So what did you think? I wasn't gonna do one for the tag teams? Nah, I had to, bro. Of course I'm gonna do one for the tag teams. Gotta do it for the tag teams, bro. I did it for the single wrestlers last night, so I'm like, nah, let me do one for the tag teams today. So, from 1983 to now, who ran tag team wrestling and what time period? Let's do this. From 1983 to 89, so pretty much the 80s. Come on. Y'all know who I'm going to say. Y'all know who I'm going to say. Road Warriors. Who else? The 80s alone, they're already the greatest tag team of all time. They, with the Four Horsemen feud and stuff, like, they were in main events, basically. Horsemen versus, like, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, the Road Warriors, Hawk facing Ric Flair one-on-one, having fused Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, cutting promos and stuff. They were draws in Chicago, and them not actually winning the titles in Chicago. I think it was 87, kind of hurt the business. In rap music, the Road Warriors have been heavily referenced. Like, within pop culture, Road Warriors hands down the most mentioned tag team ever. Like, when it comes to greatest tag team of all time, these guys, it's not even debatable. Like, they're probably the most this is probably the most undisputed debate or talk ever of who's the greatest tag team, and it's the Road Warriors. I don't see much people saying any other tag team but the Road Warriors. And the 80s run alone is why. Now for the early 90s. So basically 1990s and 1994. Y'all gotta know who I'm gonna say. Best tag team of 1990. The Steiner Brothers. Hell yeah. Scott in his athletic prime, he was an innovator. Look at the what is this move called again? Fuck. Frankensteiner. Because he hates when people call it the Hurricane when he does it. But yeah, the Frankensteiner. Look how much cruiserweights use that move. Look how much move the guy has invented. Their tag team wrestlers, like, as a pure in-ring tag team wrestlers, early 90s Steiner Brothers, untouchable. British Bulldogs come closest. Maybe that's the only one in a pure in-ring standpoint could be debated. Might be as good as the Steiner Brothers, or but yeah, better. I can only accept British Bulldogs, but yeah, just amazing. The worst two. Scott had the size, believability, strength. Scott just had it all. And Rick was a great in-ring worker too. Has some of the best matches. Wrestled for WWF and WCW. Went to East W 1995, but that's not a part of this. But yeah, they wrestled damn near everybody. Like, when it comes to making a Steiner Brothers dream matches list, it's kind of tough to choose because they've wrestled damn near everybody. Their match with the Hart Brothers, one of the best tag team matches in history. Not 5 stars, but damn near. I'd probably give it a 4 3/4 if I can remember. I've watched in a while, but I just knew it was that fucking amazing. You just had all 4 men in their in-ring peaks at the same time. Brothers was brothers just tearing shit apart. Steiner Brothers tearing shit apart in Japan. Oh my God. If the internet, why do we see the internet was around during the early 90s? I can bet you some people would have probably said, Steiner Brothers over the Road Warriors. Road Warriors only had a few moves. They know sell the power driver. Steiner Brothers could actually wrestle. So yeah. Oh, worse, look how Japan is now. Just imagine how loved Japan back then would have been with Steiner Brothers, Vader, and all these legends over there. 95 to 96, Harlem Heats. 95 kind of wasn't much options. That doesn't discredit my boys, Harlem Heat, end of the day. 96, 96, some would argue the Outsiders. The only problem was they only had a handful of matches. Like, yeah, they were bringing Spark at NWO, and then NWO helped set off a new boom period, but they only had a handful of matches. And speaking of the Outsiders, who did they have one of their best matches with? Harlem Heat. Some might want to say the Steiner Brothers in '96, but they were good, just not as good as 90 to 95. Or you want to go 89 to 95, whichever one you want to go. But yeah. And plus two, their matches with the Outsiders, they were good, but like not like great. Outsiders Harlem Heat, that was a great match. So Harlem Heat gave the Outsiders one of their best matches as a tag team. And speaking of the Outsiders, 1997, the Outsiders. They were killing shit in 97 as a tag team. It just nobody else came close that year. Nobody else. You know, entertaining on the mic, having decent matches, great tag team title runs, great feud. They're just tearing it up in 97. 98, New Age Outlaws. Oh my gosh. Them pushing Cactus Jack and Terry Funk off the stage in the dumpster. Having a great tag team title run. Being in DX was very cool in 1998. The cool factor of the New Age Outlaws. Oh my god. They're just killing shit this year, so they were the kings of wrestling. 1999 to 2000. This one's going to be very debatable, but I'm going to have to give it to the Hardy Boys still. One could say Edge and Christian, but here's the thing. Edge and Christian maybe the best tag team of the year, but like overall kings of who ran tag team wrestling. I'm going to go Hardy Boys because the cool factor was unbelievable. The pops were amazing. The merchandise selling. Oh my God, like people buying their clothes, wanting to dress like them. Kids love them. I'll never forget a friend of mine had a pair of Hardy Boy pants. And as a kid, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I wanted a pair myself too. But yeah, 99 to 2000. Hardy Boys was tearing stuff. And honestly, looking back at those ladder matches and TLC, wouldn't be the same without the Hardy Boys. And like the table match, the Dudleys, wouldn't be the same without the Hardy Boys. I mean, not to discredit Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, but let's say, hey, take out Edge and Christian, the Hardys and Dudleys, you still have the tables and ladders and all those cool spots. Take out the Dudleys, you missed at the tables, but end of the day, the Hardys were tearing it up with Edge and Christian before they really started up with the Dudleys. But take out the Hardys, kind of is no TLC without them. Really isn't, especially Jeff. Edge gets a lot of credit too, yeah, because look at that fucking spear he did off the ladder. But mostly out of the three tag teams, who are the most important key figures of those matches to make those classics? The Hardys. The Hardys had the one-on-one with Edge and Christian, the ladder match. The Hardys had the one-on-one table match with the Dudley Boys. The Jeff Hardy was doing all those spots. The tag team moves off the ladders and stuff and the turnbuckles, the Hardy Boys. So gotta be the Hardy Boys, the kings of wrestling in 99 to 2000. And now for the other part of the early 2000s, 2001, 2003, gotta be the Dudley Boys. 2001, best tag team of that year, having some of the best tag team matches. 2002, having good matches. They split them up, and that failed. They had to put them back together. 2003, they were carrying the Raw tag team brand. They really were. And like in WWE, this is where they're really showing how good they were. Because in ECW, you had all those hardcore matches, so but WWE, that's when they truly showed how polished they were. And 2003, Dudley Boys run pretty much peaked or was at the end of their prime, and they really carried the tag team division on Raw in 2003. I remember asking a friend of mine, Ask.fm a while ago. I think it was Logic White Access. I'm like, should the Dudley Boyz have went to SmackDown in 2000 because he had Los Guerreros, Haas and Benjamin, and a couple of tag teams. I forget right now. It'll come back to mind. Oh yeah, the APA and stuff. Rikishi and Scotty Tuhati, I think, was that 2004. And he told me, he's like Raw needed the Dudley Boyz. Like they needed them. So I thought about it. They did need him. So I understand why Vince kept them on Raw. Made sense because their tag team vision kind of was lacking at that point. But fuck, had there been no Bronson, I'm not saying I didn't want a Bronson. I like the Bronson. I'm saying, like, hypothetically speaking, if there was no Bronson, oh my God. I'd love to see them face Los Guerreros, Haas and Benjamin, one more the APA, why not? But yeah, they ran wrestling tag teams for 2001 and 2003. Next up, 2004 to 2005, gotta be America's Most Wanted. Hands down, TNA's greatest tag team of all time. Like, they helped build the tag team scene in TNA. Arguably, probably the greatest TNA tag team champions of all time. Entertaining as fuck. You know, when they broke up too, it was just huge. That, like, TNA's, the face of TNA tag team, that was America's Most Wanted. 2006 to 2007, London and Kendrick. I'll never forget how pissed off me and some other people were in the pro wrestling video gaming community and the IGN boards and people just playing video games when London and Kendrick didn't make the cut for SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 and I think 2008. And we were just pissed off, like, what the fuck? Like, how do you have the top tag team of these 2 years and one of the best tag teams of the 2000s, and they don't fucking make the video game? Like, THQ were just on some dumb shit at that point. Like when the PS3 and 360 generation came, THQ was getting on more dumber and dumber shit. You can just see that, okay, one day these guys might go on, right? Now they're gone. But yeah, bro, it was so annoying. Like, they were having some of the best matches. They were loved by the internet back then. Great tag team run. Easily my favorite tag team of that time period, no doubt. And could have great matches with anybody, all these cool moves, suicide dives, just flying all over the place. I won't even lie to you. Sometimes I do kind of wish that, like, Paul London would get himself together. I don't know if WWE would let him back because he did burn some bridges, but I do wish Paul London would get himself a little together and reunite with what's his name? Brian Kendrick. Just imagine what they do at fucking NXT. I'd love to see them get back together one day. I really would. Next, 2008, Miz and Morrison. Gotta be Miz and Morrison. I forget what their show's name. A little Hollywood show they have. I forget because, like, I don't really go back and watch it. But at the time period, they were the most poppin' tag team, having these great feuds with each other. And then when they broke up next year, I think it was, or was it 2010? I think it was 2009. I kind of forget. Yeah, when they broke up, they became stars after this. Both of them. Unfortunately, Morrison, he didn't go as far as he should. But you look at Lucha Underground, he's one of the best things they got right now. And people are still wanting John Morrison to come back. Miz, I see some people arguing he's Wrestler of the Year in 2017. I don't know about that, but top 5 to 10, yeah. Nah. Okay, I don't know. Maybe top if you want to say, I won't get mad at you. But over Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, nah. But anywho, back to the point, to how they both got to where they are now is because of the tag team in 2008 with Miz and Morrison. And some of the promos they were cutting were great. Was it 2008 or 2009 this time? I kind of forget. When they did that thing with Jesse and Festus. Remember when Jesse, who is now Luke Gallows, did the yeah! And then Miz and Morrison who rung the bell. That was so fucking funny. But yeah, they had some entertaining moments. So looking back, I can't even lie. 2009, Beer Money Inc. Yeah, man, they're tearing shit up in TNA this year. One of the most favorited tag teams. Loved Beer Money Inc. back then. I remember there was a beta of which tag team with James Starr do you like better, Beer Money Inc. or America's Most Wanted. I personally liked Beer Money Inc. more. 2010, Motor City Machine Guns finally got justice doing. They finally won the tag team champions. I remember a lot of us at the time thought they were never going to win. They finally won. Their great matches with Generation Me, who are now the Young Bucks. We're going to hear about them soon. But yeah, Generation Me were now the Young Bucks. Their matches with Beer Money Inc. Like they were just tearing shit up during that year. 2011, the crown went back to Beer Money Inc. They were so great this year that I remember 2011 WWE wanted to sign Beer Money Inc. as a tag team. Looking back though, they probably should have took the deal. 2012, Team Hell No. What can I say? It helped Daniel Bryan become the main eventer and love star he is today. Those psychiatrist scenes, all these backstage skits. Last time Kane was truly on fire and like that relevance and that liked. 2013, The Shield. Their matches with the Rhodes brothers, their tag team title runs, them as a stable, having a tag team, just great. What more could I say? And they finally reunited this in 2017. In 2013, they were on fire. 2014 to 2016. Say what you will about these guys. People have their agreements and disagreements, but end of the day, Young Bucks ran the tag team division in 2014 to 2016. They proved they're one of the people who opened the door for proving I didn't need WWE in this day and age to make the good Bucks and be as popular as we are. Super kick party! Love that catchphrase. I don't care what no one says. Super kick parties, them in the Bullet Club, just tearing shit up. Having some 5-star classics. I mean, yeah, some people say they don't like their style, but you know what? I like them personally. There is a 1-2 things that make me say, okay, it's a little unnecessary, like those little, that thing with the drop kicks, and they're doing both in the drop kicks, and they're all missing each other, and everybody starts doing it. One side of me finds it funny, thinks it's hilarious. The other side of me has been, okay, you're just making it look obviously fake. This is so entertaining for me personally. I got a kick out of it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. They ran the tag team industry. Like people talking about, are they gonna sign WWE? Are they gonna sign WWE? I think they had a tryout match, and then it said, "Now we're good." Like they were the talk of the town. I remember 2014. There's some serious debate of who was the tag team that year, the Usos or the Young Bucks, and like it was just like very back and forth. Some said the Usos, some say the Young Bucks. It was tough for me because me personally at that time, I loved both tag teams. But when it's all said and done, I have to say, you know what? I have to give it to the Young Bucks. And speaking of the Usos, who ran Tag Team Wrestling 2017? Gotta be the Usos. Their feud with the New Day, their match with Cesaro and Sheamus, their segments with the New Day, the rap battle, just who was more entertaining than the Usos at last year, just a few days ago. But yeah, last year. Who else? Hands down, gotta be the Usos. And when it comes to, and also too, like I said in wait, I didn't even make a video about this, but yeah, 2017. Who was the best tag team of that year? Usos. Gotta be Usos. I remember their rap battle with New Day was the talk of the town. And when it comes to who was the best tag team of the 2010s, for me, gotta be the Young Bucks or the Usos. Gotta be one of them two. Who else? I mean, Goldust goes back to New Japan, teams with Cody Rhodes, and tear shit up over there. Maybe that could, but I don't see that happening. To be honest with you, I'd love to see Goldust go to Japan and team with his brother again, but I don't see that happening right now. But yeah, gotta be the Usos. So yeah, guys, those are, in my opinion, who ran tag team wrestling. Tell me who you agree with, disagree with, and who you thought ran tag team wrestlings. Leave me your comment and feedback. And yeah, those are who, in my opinion, ran tag team wrestling.